What's up, guys? I was thinking, why not go live a little bit earlier today, because there's so much moving. There's just ridiculous amount of tickers, and heck, I'd rather just at this point just kind of watch it with you guys, see if we could find something interesting going on. Gotta still do my stretches. Anyway, guys, good morning. Welcome back to the stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market open. I hope everyone is feeling good, ready to go, loose. My back's feeling a little tight, but overall I'm feeling pretty loose. I got a nice little workout in, and then did some pre-market trading. Everything is good. It's always nice to wake up early as well. Couldn't resist. Yeah, it's hot out there, guys, in terms of small caps right now. So today it's Wednesday, typically a hot day for small caps, but in the past the Wednesdays also have been a little bit weird. It's not those classic Wednesdays, and this is really one of those classic Wednesdays. It's the 7th of October, and it's 9:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got another 18 minutes before the market opens. We got plenty of time till 9:30, and for those of you new, we wrap up the stream usually around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always want to be aware of the overall market here. Check out the SPY. Right now, we were talking about that 342 for a while, and looks like we kind of topped out at that 342, and now we're pulling back. This was a big shoulder, and we're pulling back a little bit, although SPY is up pre-market. So if we go here to the 4-hour, you can see that we're having one of those retests, big resistance here. I would not be surprised, guys, if there's a little bit of a green push, but then we had a red move back down. So I don't know. Overall, large caps, still a little bit skeptical long term, but I am in quite a few swings. I'm in 6 swing trades right now. That's, I think, my record since I started streaming. Usually our swings are much quicker. Let me throw up the disclaimer, and then we'll talk about the other stuff. We'll talk about all the other tickers and gappers for the day. Oh, look who's back already. All right. Let's keep pushing then, huh? That's the SPY. Well, let's quickly go here to AREC. This is a lead gapper that I was just about to kind of mark out here a little bit. So let's just kind of get back to what I was about to do. AREC is a bit of a weird one. American Resource Corp. I couldn't figure out, well, actually didn't look too deeply, but I think there's some sort of, they have something in mining to do with mining, but I could be wrong on that. 80% gapper pre-market, 43 million market cap, and 26 million shares outstanding. Apparently they found rare earth element in its land assets, and that's why they're gapping up so much today. These energy, kind of what just was said, by Miguel in the chat room, these energy stocks, mining companies, anything to do possibly with EV, even in like some 6-degree world, is pumping, guys. So just keep your eye out for things with catalysts in those kind of areas. 3.3 was that pre-market high. You know what? I was actually just about to mark like 3.5. We have a little bit of an interesting kind of zone around 320. I would probably argue that was where we had that capitulation. 330. Yeah, let's go ahead and kind of mark 330 because we have some floors there and some breakouts and pullbacks and what's not. Yeah. Okay, so 3.3 is that pre-market high. Right now we're kind of consolidating under VWAPs. Kind of an interesting ticker here, but I'm not sure if we're going to be trading it because there's so much stuff going on here. So let's start with the number 1 lead gapper here, RAVE, Rave Restaurant Group. Apparently they're a pizza chain in the US. Consumer cyclical restaurant company, 350% gapping pre-market, 8 million market cap, 15 million shares outstanding, 13 million float. They hired 2 new executives today to fuel franchise development. But they had this huge dip from pre-market highs, really aggressive dip. So I wasn't super stoked about that. 55 roughly percent from pre-market highs. It's a big sell-off. I do think we can kind of get back above 2.5. I'm not going to be super surprised about that. We're kind of on the 5-minute, we're kind of building some momentum here. This is looking overall okay with RAVE. It is a lot of selling pressure though on this one. $2 bigger support. We have some bigger zones roughly at $3. And then it kind of seems like this $4 zone. So like really clean dollar zones seem to be the bigger pivot areas on RAVE. So let's see. I think we might be even seeing pre-market move back above 2.5, probably some sort of market open move above 2.5. The big question though is 3. Can we break above 3? So RAV, you know, out of the gates, I'm not sure how I'm going to want to treat this one. I don't know if I'm going to want to buy this one unless it's really forming a nice upwards trend again. If we have a red to green move, I might go long, but really I would like to see a break above VWAP and then maybe buy some sort of pullback and then get into an upwards trend. Otherwise, I'm not totally sure about that. RAVE is a split. Carmela. I don't believe so. There's usually split news on that. I don't see any split news. What makes you think that? Maybe I'm overlooking something. Don't see it. All right, so yeah, like I said, pre-market, I'm going to look for a move over VWAP. Otherwise, I'm not totally sure if I'm going to be going long this one. God, so much stuff going on. We got PECK, the Peck Company Holdings Inc. Industrial Conglomerate USA Company, 80% gapper pre-market when I wrote it down. 40% market cap. $40 million market cap, so pretty small, and 3 million float, guys, tiny float. So PECK is really the one with the low float that we want to kind of keep in mind there. I'm actually going to highlight this. I didn't highlight that before. There's no specific catalyst on PECK, but if you go through PECK, they got a bunch of news coming out, and you know, it looks like overall they got a lot of activity going on, and that's because they actually have a merger deal with SUNW, and that deal hasn't come to fruition yet, but basically if SUNW is up, then that's a good sign for PECK. So let me go ahead and pull up, actually before we pull that up, let's just look at PECK on the daily. You can see some of the bigger resistance past these zones would be around 15, then again 18 roughly, and then we have that high roughly at 26.09. There's the 15 mark. So let's see if we can break through that. I would probably argue that there is some critical stuff here around 12. It's a little harder to maybe kind of get your grip around like 1250 or so, right around VWAP. Definitely an area maybe worth watching. Oops, I didn't want to make that 5-minute, but I did. Oh, talking about the 5-minute chart, it actually looks really healthy in this area. We have a nice perfect pullback. This could be a really good setup here for the 5-minute. And look for a breakout past 1320. Might actually do a trade on that in a second. I got Peck on my second screen. But in the meantime, SUNW, guys, really quickly, I want to talk about it. Sunworks, it's a technology solar company in the US, 50% gapper pre-market. But then, you know, it ran much more than that, pulled back quite a bit though. 46 million market cap, 16 million float. $10 million in Q3 wins, representing acceleration in activity and improved market conditions for PECK. Sounds pretty good overall. So PECK and SUNW are kind of feeding off each other. I really think these are going to be the hot tickers for today. So this is what my eyes are on. I'll probably be looking at these two out of the gates, and I'll keep a close eye on RAVE as well. Yeah, Houston, I agree. Over $3. AREC 307. Overall, pre-market, we are up, day trading around 350 bucks today. With our swing trades, we're up around 750, which is pretty sweet. Express, we're up 214 on that one, but on the backhand of that, we're down 260 on KCAC, which you guys saw me enter yesterday, and we're up down 60 on CHS. So technically, our swing trades, I think we're more or less in the red in this specific account. And then with our challenge account, we're actually a little bit in the green today, but overall in the red, still on our swing. So an interesting little day here so far for sure. Check out PECK, guys. It looks like it's kind of trying to pump again. Express was the swing that we're up on the most. Guys, right here, PECK might break the 9 EMA. I'm watching it. No trades yet on me for me. Sun trying to pop as well. We got plenty of time here. Plenty of time. Yeah, okay. PECK selling off, might break VWAP. Could be a good buy though, really soon. What am I selling KCAC? I wouldn't mind taking profits on KCAC and then averaging down again, honestly, because I kind of I clearly bought too early. So if there's if I'm back in the green and we have a nice pop, I wouldn't mind taking profits on KCAC. It's kind of what I'm thinking right now. PEC might be a good opportunity. So KCAC, if we have a break over 14.5, I might close out around 15. And then buy back on any sort of midday sell-off or something like that. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. Because that break was actually with pretty decent volume. That kind of spooked me a little bit. Check out the volume here on this break. Usually I'm not liking that much volume, so I'm kind of geeking out here just a tad bit on KCAC. I like the stock though overall. We could talk more about that later today though. Yes to profits. All right, guys, I'm going to be right back, and then we'll keep going. Gotta fix a few things. All right, guys, we are back. $3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I mean, 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Oh, 3:30 a.m. That's ridiculous. Yeah, so 3:30 left. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left till the market opens. What are we going to get here? Andreas, good morning, all the way from Bavaria. Very cool. Just a few hours away, pretty much. Got me thinking about Oktoberfest again. All right, I just clicked on the wrong ticker here. Let's go back and quickly review very fast the current lead gappers here. We got RAVE. This is the one we were talking about. We want to see that move back above 2.5 and then kind of go from there. I'm not really sure if I want to be trading this one into the open, so I'd probably rather watch a little bit of price action. AREC. A really strong move here right before the open. We have this big resistance zone, flat top at $3. I don't understand the catalyst as much. I mean, I get the catalyst, but I don't get how strong it is for this company. It finds rare earth element in its land assets. You know, sounds really good. I would like to find some rare earth elements in my land assets, but at the same time, you know, how mineable is it? How much profit can you actually get out of it? What's the retail value? All those things are something to consider. Obviously, when we're trading small caps, we don't really look into it that much, but a little bit harder to kind of put a price on it. With PECK, I like the way it's been moving, just like SUNW. So these are the two I'm really going to be watching out of the gates. Both of which had really strong runs, so I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they had a spike to the upside and then started, you know, having a little bit of a dip again. 448 is a big zone to crack, and then with SUNW, yeah, let's see what happens. Right now it looks like it's powering through here, so this should be an interesting open. We've already had a few strong days on SUNW. Right now we're roughly at 450, kind of the place to crack. And right above 450 there's another major resistance at around 530. CLSK. There was a lot of strong moves pre-market. So sometimes when the moves are this strong pre-market, I'm going to be looking for a little bit maybe more consolidation, especially on PECK. SUNW had that first leg, right? And then it consolidated. So maybe SUNW is going to get ready for that second leg. This could be the more interesting ticker. RAVE though is definitely the lead gapper here, up to 189%. That's dwarfing the other gappers. I just don't have that many screens. I only got 3 screens. I got two with charts, one with the chat room. So it's like lack of real estate is a little bit of a current problem for real here. 20 seconds, guys, till the market opens. Make sure you got everything ready to go. Good till cancel, I just realized. Good luck, everyone. Big buying volume there, PECK and SUNW, both of which moving higher a little bit. Ooh, SUNW actually selling off here. Was thinking it might even be the reverse of that, but SUNW looks like it's going to break that 460, 470 zone. Let's see. PEC and SUNW are literally reversing right now in terms of what's going on here on these two tickers. RAVE is selling off. Markets are fairly green. SUNW kind of looks like it's holding okay. This could break through VWAP any moment here. I have yet to trade it since the open. Watching. 475 might break right now. This looks really, really strong. Boom, pulled back again. Okay, so tried, didn't work. PECK broke VWAP, now selling off as well. No trades yet in the open for me. Just kind of sitting back and watching. SUNW is going to try again for a red to green move. PECK selling off quite strong. No trades yet from me watching PECK and SUNW. RAVE is having actually quite a reversal. Kind of came back up here. This is a little bit slow right now. I don't know if you guys are experiencing it, but my charts aren't really updating. SUNW, guys, breaking higher, just had a red to green move. 5-minute breakout. Kind of a strong dip there, but volume's not that heavy. Whew, sketchy. Dip was stronger than I would have expected. No trades yet for me. I'm still kind of sitting back, waiting, watching, waiting for a good 5-minute setup. I thought SUNW was going to give us a good setup just now, but then it pulled back too heavy. I don't really like buying those first pullbacks in terms of not having at least one candle in between for holding the highs. Too much risk in those setups, so I tend to avoid them. I've been caught in one too many of those. Yeah, SPI even back here on the list. SUNW is our lead gapper, more or less. OPT is actually looking pretty hot, but that the stats are looking hot on it. I'm not crazy about the market cap or the price action on this one. Third bigger green day in a row now. PECK kind of chilling here in this area. AREC. Kind of a fickly open here. I gotta say this open is a little bit sketchy. Yeah, SUNW and PECK are still my two favorite. Got lucky on OPTT. Nice, good thing you took profits, man. Nice, Carmela wrapped up $100 in OPTT. Sweet, sweet, sweet. AREC red to green, nice. Let's see how that one. That one's back up above 100% on the day. It is moving pretty quickly. AREC guys, it's flying right now. Big breakout of that 3.5 zone. Remember, we were talking about this area as being a big flat top here. So this is the first big move above it. This is looking pretty strong on AREC. $26 million shares outstanding. Definitely has that spike ability and definitely could get halted AREC. It should honestly be halted here on this big move of 30+%. Yeah, AREC looks like it's going to be in a halt. Good call out on that one, going red to green. PCK and SUNW might actually have a pop at one point. Especially now that AREC is halted. People are going to be looking for the next big one. Sellers are strong on SUNW so far. SUNW is trending below VWAP and 9 EMA. This isn't a clearly a bearish pattern, guys. Just keep that in mind. I usually don't buy breakouts or pullbacks. So breakout and then move back to the 9 EMA or something like that, a retrace when its stock is trending downwards. I'll buy dips and look for a retrace back to the 9 EMA, but I won't do the reverse of that. Sometimes I do, but not often. RAVE has just about no volume coming in through at this point. It's a bit weird. Not sure what's going on with RAVE. It's I'm not sure. When I don't fully understand what's going on with the ticker, I sometimes just leave it alone. It looks a bit weird that the way it's moving and not really trading. OPTT still selling off, guys. Big support on OPTT right around 2.5. Could be a great dip buy zone. AREC is going to open up at 42. Right now it's almost 40, 940. SUNW is trying to get a little bit more pop back to the upside here. It's technically having a 5-minute breakout to some extent. We're still trending to the downside though. Only about a 10% dip though from the open, so it's really not that bad of a dip. On SUNW, keep an eye to see if you could start seeing higher lows on this one on the 1 minute to look for some sort of entry and a possible reversal. Don't forget to drop a like, guys, if you enjoy the content. If you're new here, consider subscribing. We go live every morning starting at 9:15. Whew. Kind of a crazy open. I have yet to make a trade at the open, but there's some interesting opportunities floating around. I feel like we might be able to snag one soon enough. Big dip buyers on SUNW. Another 40 seconds before AREC opens up here. Trade on SUNW. Looking for another fill, probably around 431. First entry at 435. Still selling off here. RAC big support, watching SUNW. Probably had a little bit early of an entry on this one at 35. I think my mistake with SUNW is my order book was actually zoomed in on, so the spread looked a lot tighter, and I don't think I properly took that into consideration. Would probably close out this one for a small loss. If I can close out, I don't know if I could. Still a lot of dip buyers on this one. Average down a little bit. Just about a perfect double bottom there. Possible break at the 9 EMA. This is still a downtrending stock, but a lead gapper on the day with the catalyst. 60 million float. Still waiting for that possible break at 430. Not sure if we're going to get it. Close position for now. Would like to rebuy back on this one. Didn't really get that full exit though. Let's see what happens, just kind of watching it closely. Kind of charging here. Finding some support possibly, I don't know. We're still down on this one. Closing the rest of my position here. My goal is to possibly buy down lower on this one. I don't know if it's going to be possible. That was a really light pullback. Possible entry at 26. A lot of buyers on this ticker. Selling has been a bit weaker. One more fill there. So pretty much same setup as before. Selling off. I think I got stuck in a flush here a little bit. Let's see. Being cautious. We had a decent entry, so I'm able to give this one a little bit of a chance here. It's 9:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about to be 10 o'clock. Sometimes we see those reversals around 10 o'clock. That's kind of what I was hoping for. That was more or less my thesis on this ticker. I'll be able to check the chat room more a little bit later, guys. Can't really check it right now. Selling off. Still a lot of selling pressure here on SUNW. Would have expected this thing to kind of pop back to the upside. 948. It's definitely buyers there at 17. I closed out, took a loss on this one. 417 was my risk zone. I didn't want to break the 417. We broke it for a split second. I might have gotten out at the worst spot. That's always one of those things when you cut your losses, right? You just don't know, did I just get out at the worst spot? Sometimes, yes. It actually ended up holding this area better than I expected. So a little bit unfortunate we had to cut our losses there. Is what it is. So far, a lot of two scratches. Well, those last two trades basically canceled themselves out. Nice move here on SUNW. Looks like it's gaining a little bit of momentum. Buyers coming back here just slightly. I think I'm long on SUNW. Bought the pullback there. Same setup as before. Looks like we had a little bit more buyers coming in on this one. Long at 215. Broke 217 for a second there. Closed at 215. Getting choppy here. Chopping around. Never a fun place to be. I don't like it. Would have expected a little bit more strength here, so took 2 losses back to back on that one. Luckily, small losses. Got to manage your risk on a ticker like this. I'm gonna let it either dump or do something now. It's getting a little choppy here, so I'm just gonna kind of let it do its thing. Let it do its thing. Let's keep looking around here. AREC definitely looks a little bit cleaner. Nice pullback there towards VWAP. SUNW is selling off. Good thing we cut our losses here. We have to manage our risk on these tickers, so it is what it is. Nothing wrong with the loss, guys. There's nothing wrong with the loss. It's all about managing your risk, taking that small loss, and then living to trade another day. Nice move on AREC for sure. PCK doesn't look as hot. I don't like that. It's really losing a lot of volume. PPSI, blast from the past here a little bit. RAVE. This one kind of found a little bit of support around 1.5. Could see an easy pop back to the upside. SUNW, I feel like it's a little bit more fun to trade, but at the same time, or not fun, but my kind of style. I'm going to watch AREC as well. SUNW was really holding that 4.2 zone really nicely, but when it cracked that zone, it became a little bit less interesting. Right now on the 5 minutes, still looks like, there's potential here on this ticker. It did sell off quite a bit though. Buyers really coming back on this one, maybe. It's hard to say. Got it sometimes, you got to try sometimes. Just keep on trying. And then eventually, sometimes you get that pop. My dreams of RAVE reversal went down the drain. Oh yeah, it just went, cracked 1.5, huh? I would love to trade SUNW, but I'm just waiting for some sort of good setup here that I feel like we haven't really got yet. This is a little bit disappointing. Huge support right around 438 on SUNW. Maybe it's going to pull all the way back down to those areas first. Nice breakout on AREC. Second lead gapper on the day, right below SUNW. Nice volume here on AREC, guys. %26 move. That's an insane move. Just gonna put a buy order on this one just in case. Yo. I think everyone's doing pretty good. AREC 493, that high. Kind of intense. I'm still watching SUNW on my second screen. I'm not the biggest fan that AREC can just get halted all the time. I'm never the craziest halt trader, but I'm just kind of watching this one, see what we can learn. Nice, Mark. That's a perfect setup, man. Good trade. Looks like it might break here at 5. I'm not crazy optimistic, but it looks kind of promising. Still watching SUNW. Could be popping back above 420 any moment here. Still a lot of sellers in that order book though. SUNW's got a little bit of volume trying to reverse here just a tad. Got a quick entry on AREC, small size. Looking for AREC to pop back above. Nope, just dipped again. Not what I was looking for. Just try to join the ask. Took a big loss on that, 140 loss on ACER. Didn't really want to get out there, but never nice getting flushed in on. And then had some issues with that order book. Yeah, I took a bigger loss on this one. Probably should have not happened, but it is what it is. It's a very, yeah, Corey, I agree. It's a weird morning. I had a much better pre-market, so I got to manage myself here. I don't want to start doing anything too silly, giving back profits or anything like that. So I gotta manage myself and really look for those clean setups. SUNW is finally doing what I wanted to. I had a big feeling AREC, I was going to get stuck in a bit of a flush here on this one. I don't know why, but I had a feeling. I feel like this one was just not trading that clean. I feel like the catalyst was a bit confusing. I've already said that even before. So, is what it is. The moves on REC are quite impressive, though. This might be a higher low on SUNW, guys. Had an entry on SUNW. Looking for that break of VWAP on SUNW. Kind of standard move here. A little bit more risk because it's still in a downwards trend, but it was the first pullback, so held that first bounce pretty well. Let's see if we can get one more green candle out of this one. Maybe even a break of VWAP, but I don't know. Unfortunate little move here to the downside. Possible average down at 19 or 18. Very shaky tickers. Some of these tickers are very shaky, I gotta say. 1001. New minute and 2 seconds. Looking for that break of 4, 3, and then ideally break 2 or above VWAP, so above 4.4. I'm not sure if we're going to see something like that, but pretty okay bull flag here. Looks like, you know, it has that potential. Good risk reward. One of the lead gappers on the day as well, so I think it's worth the attempt. Possible break of 4.3. You see those sellers at 4.3. It's a big amount, but we might break through the sellers there at 4.3. See, one more attempt there, 4-3. Let's see what happens. It's definitely gaining a little bit of momentum. I'm closing now, basically a break even. I just didn't like the fact that it failed so many times. It was a bit of a bummer, I'm not gonna lie. Really was looking for that possible breakout. Looks like it's gonna try again here though. Held, surprisingly. Nope, that was the crack. That could be it. This is a very long bull flag. It's very unorthodox. SUNW just has so many sellers in it. Where are these sellers coming from? It is holding this area okay. You got to give it to it. Looking for a breakout here. Gained a little bit of momentum again. Needs to break past the 30. Bought a little bit high. Possible move into the VWAP territory. Closed out that trade. $0.20 a share, 21 cents a share. SUNW, we're literally where we were pre-market on SUNW. If I'd never traded this once all day today, after market open, we'd be at the same spot. We're at 347 profit on SUNW. I don't think I'm going to trade it anymore. I don't know. Nice move there. Broke. Solid move. Congrats to anyone that nailed it. It was such a sneaky one, huh? What are you talking about, Aaron? I got that move. I got the exact move I wanted. I couldn't be more happy about it. It's a tricky one to trade, though. That was like such an extended bull flag. Nice volume coming in there. A little bit of both, Paradox. A little bit of both. And then just every time there was a little bit of a rally to the upside, it would be totally rejected really, really fast right away. So it's just like, I felt so sketchy because I felt like a flush was going to happen any second. You just felt the sellers on the order book. So SUNW, this is why I did not want to hold. I wanted VWAP, and I even sold 1 cent above VWAP. So that was perfect. Yeah, I missed a few, I don't know, what did I miss? Like 2% upside, 2.5% maybe even? I don't care. I'm not trying to get a perfect exit. There's been so many times where I had to break out like that. I didn't sell quick enough, and then boom, I got stuck in the flush. I was up 4, 5, 6, 7%, and boom, all of a sudden I closed for a loss. That's like the worst feeling. So I like to take profits. Scalping day on SUNW, yeah, a bit. Thanks for the call out, George. Yeah, guys, don't forget to drop a like if you're learning something here. I really, really appreciate it. It's the easiest way to support the channel. It's just by dropping a like, subscribing if you're new, checking out the recap videos. I think there's a lot of education in there. We've been talking about a lot of swing trade stuff as well. We're going to switch here pretty soon to swing trading, but I think there's still some day trade opportunities available, but at the same time, I don't know. We took that one loss on AREC, and I just kind of feel like it was a little bit unnecessary because I was kind of forcing some setups here. I was like really wishing and hoping that we get some moves, and the moves were just a little bit lighter. So I don't know. I don't want to do anything too silly. That was a 15, almost 16% dip. What a flash, sickening. Yeah, that was sickening. Don't want to get stuck in something like that. The amount of times I try to trade this one on the break back higher is kind of ridiculous. What I could have, should have, would have been doing is, taking very small, like 1.5% base hits. But I don't know, like you do that, and then sometimes you miss the big one. It's tough. There's no like perfect kind of thing. It's a little bit just kind of getting a feel for what's the best that specific day. That time it would have worked out to be a little bit more scalpy. But yeah, you just never really know. AREC shorted as soon as possible. Why? What happened? Did I miss something? Robbie, big loss on AREC 12K. Oh my God, what happened, man? Were you holding this one for? No, it couldn't have been a swing trade, or unless you were holding it from these areas. The thing about AREC is it doesn't look like this is a big dip. On other tickers, this might be like a 15% move, but on AREC, it's a very fast mover. This is like a 27% move. Huge, huge mover. Honestly, AREC could be just a massive short squeeze. It's hard to say. This is a lot of volume today compared to any other day. It's tough to say. It could be a big short squeeze. I don't know. But the catalyst does sound pretty good. It's just hard to assess the catalyst fully. Yeah, I'm not totally sure where the short would come from. Yeah, they are all popping. How's WWR doing? We made a whole recap video on WWR. There's a lot of people in the comments on the recap video on WWR that were, very bullish, let's just say. A lot of people were like, no, this is going to go, really high. You didn't do your research. Fair enough. It's not that I'm totally against this thing going up. To me, I always talk on what I would do. And to me, a move that went up, this is its 10th day in a row that it's up. Well, actually, today it's the first red day in terms of percentages. So to me, it was just overextended. And I was like, there's no way I would swing trade a stock that had 9 consecutive days of going up, especially when it has a long-term chart that looks like this. That just constantly does dilution, reverse splits, more dilution, reverse splits. I mean, this thing at one point was $89,000, which isn't true. It just constantly does reverse splits. So I don't really see myself holding a ticker like that, even if this company got some sort of grant for graphite mining, because America is in a deficit on graphite mining. And, the President Trump signed a executive order to allow it. Even then, this company is so diluted. And if this company is up 600, 700, 800% like it is, the only thing the board of directors is probably going to do is do an offering, raise capital to be able to mine those future facilities. So they're going to take advantage of the stock price being up. And I don't really see this thing, maybe at one point it will continue, but it's got a lot of resistance. It's got it, pretty much walking off a cliff. And I just don't see that being very sustainable. So that's why I'm not long WWR. Yeah, propane. That's pretty much in a nutshell. No, I did not sell GE. I didn't sell any of the swings. What ticker just got alerted? OPT? Was that OPTT? OPTT, yeah, a little pop back to the upside here. Found some support. Now it's trying to curl back above. Possible break of VWAP. This could be something. Take care, Paradox. OPTT looks like it could be that possible break above VWAP. Looks like, yeah, boom, there it was. I was just thinking like, I would like to trade this one. I like that pullback there. It was very light. Could have easily walked away with a little bit of profit on that one. Oh well. I'm just looking for a possible setup here, but at the moment it looks like everything's a little bit dry. OPTT with that volume coming in looks like probably the best possible move, but at the same time I really don't like this big resistance here. It's not an area I typically trade in. SUNW looks like it's about to literally fall off a cliff here with this volume fading and the 9 EMA being big resistance, so I would not trade SUNW. AREC had that nice bounce, but I don't know, not the biggest fan of REC at the moment. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Let's talk a little bit about the swing trades we entered. We entered, obviously, KCAC yesterday. We'll start with this one, just for some giggles here. And then at 10:30, we might wrap up day trading. KCAC, I'm still in the red on this one. We're down 280 bucks. I was actually about to sell it pre-market. And then I was thinking, well, there's probably going to be a high chance I can just buy back at a lower price, so I can cut my losses a little bit and then buy back. Didn't get my sell order. At first, when I saw it in here, I was going to sell possibly in this area. I didn't put it down here. And after I missed it on this drop, I moved up my limit order and I said, well, maybe I'll sell into a pre-market spike or a market open spike. Didn't get that either. So I'm still holding this one. I still like this one overall. So no no stress really too much there. CHS, I gotta say, I got a nice fill on this one, but then I just missed my second average down. It would have been perfect. So I was a little bit upset about that. I had my limit order right here at like 90, I think it was even 92. It was like 92.1. And it looked like I got executed, but I didn't. And then when I noticed the price was already up like 5%, I moved my limit order up again. We'll see what happens. I'm not sure if I'm going to get an order on this one. I hope so, but we'll see. I'm not totally sure. For now, we are red on CHS, but I like the overall support on this one, so I would like to see this one maybe have a continuation. Maybe it's going to pull back all the way to the former low. I don't know. I kind of like the overall ticker, and it kind of reminds me of Express a little bit with the that nice pullback here, bounce higher. We had that second dip, so that's what I'm thinking. Oh God, what was that ticker? CHS. I always forget it. Chico's, CHS. For some reason, I always forget CHS for Chico's. I don't know why. So for Express, we're up around 135 today. Pre-market, we were really up like 300% or $300 on this one because we had a really snaggy entry. Had another limit order here for possibly EXPR to get a full position size. Otherwise, I'm going to let this one run. I want to see that break of 0.8 and then ideally run to 0.97. We'll see what happens. Look, Air EC is slowly dipping. Express at 0.68 as stay away. I actually like this kind of 0.68 area. I want to see a break. I could easily see this pulling back down to 0.65 and really having a double bottom here before a reversal. It's so hard to say, you know, so I'm already averaging down in these areas. And if it goes lower, I'll keep buying. But at one point, I don't want it to break the all-time low. So that's kind of where I'm a little bit nervous about, right? Just like this situation, we had a nice double bottom here. We ran higher, but then actually we ended up breaking the low. And then we go, 27% down. So I don't really want that to happen. But, since Express has been kind of going lower now and it needs to get back above $1 and they're cyclical, I think there's a little bit of hope that it might actually try to do another retest at 0.8. I might take some profits at 0.8. I'm not totally sure yet if it happens. Did we enter another one? I almost feel like we did. No, those are the three swing trades at the moment. So cumulatively, we're down $228. And then we have our second account. We have ADT, which we are, for the first day, we're green again on ADT. I'm so happy about that. GE, we're still in the red. And then HCHC, we are in the red as well. So let's talk about these just really quickly. GE. Well, we've been looking for this one to reverse. We actually had a little bit of a reversal in the last 2 days. We were up 8%, and I was like, nice. And then I don't know what happened here. We dropped like 7%. This was yesterday. They got a Wells notice. I'm not sure what a Wells notice is. Shares were down over 4% recent trading on Tuesday after it received a Wells notice from the U.S. Secretaries and Exchange Commission, the SEC. I'm sure you guys are all aware of. Possible violation of securities law. What's a Wells notice? Violation of security law? Wells notice. SEC. So right here, Wells notice. GE says it has received Wells notice from SEC. Takes a dive. This company just always has issues getting their stuff together. Let's see, General Electrics. No, let's go up one more. You can probe into general revenue, recognition, and internal controls over financing reporting related long-term. through the Wells notice process. Oh man, that's not fun. So basically, it's a letter you get from the SEC when the SEC wants to bring some sort of enforcement against you. That's pretty stressful. It is issued inclusion. That sucks. But you know that you know this company gets something like that and it doesn't really go down that well. Okay, 6-7% for a company like that is a pretty big drop. Well, we have 30 days to respond. That's at least somewhat nice. Here's a not so fun statistics. In 80% of people who were sent a Wells notice from 2011 to 2013 ended up facing charges for allegedly violating securities law. That's not very fun. But maybe that's going to be already priced in to some extent. The news well known as... Yeah. GE acting like they know what Wells notice is. I'm probably not the only one that had to do Google on that. That's funny. TLC popping up. You know, this is the one I expected actually much more out of. But yeah, it is popping up here. This thing sold off so much, 50-something%. It really is popping up here. Did it get halted? TLC is a Taiwanese lipsum company, biotech, healthcare. 185 market cap, 42 shares outstanding, 42 million and 34 million float. So they got a received Australian and Taiwan approval to initiate phase 1 of clinical trials for coronavirus. All sounds pretty good. I just don't know why they sold off so much. This is a pretty strong move here. So it's halted. And it's going to open up again pretty much in a minute. So that'll be fun to watch. Yeah, I'm not super stoked about GE, but I like the overall setup, right? I'm a pretty hardcore technicals trader, so that's the main catalyst behind my GE trade. TLC instantly moving higher. Still strong. This could be a quick pullback. Let's see what happens. I don't see this pullback being too vicious. Buyers coming in. Possible entry at 62. Ah, wrong account. Hold on. A lot of sell volume there. Let's see. Possible second entry or first entry with a new account. 74 is really holding well. 71 might crack though. Boom, we would have had that entry if I was long. Went all the way down to 51. 4% pop though. It's a quick mover. 6, 12, 18. I see TLC honestly maintaining this for at least a little bit. Maybe it's going to see VWAP. That's kind of what I would be expecting here. Yeah, I should have stuck again with an order on TLC. 34 million float, so it has that spike ability. It doesn't seem like it's selling off too much. Oh, another red candle there. Yeah, I don't know. AREC, another pop there. Yep, good call on AREC. Overall, this was about a 27% dip. Watching it. Maybe we'll see some sort of move. Let me make sure I just close out anything. SUNW, guys, looks like it's popping back up here. Be really careful with the flush on SUNW, but it's trying again. SUNW, small size here. Still a lot of sellers on SUNW. Cutting losses at 404. Yeah, it is what it is. So I just gave back some profits on SUNW, which is a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Whoops. Looks like I just went in with a little bit bigger size there. Entered at 412, and then we got out at 405, so 7 cents a share loss on that one. Yeah, like I said, be careful with that one. I slipped into it as well. AREC also sold off. Yeah, both of those didn't hold their highs. SUNW back at it. Didn't dip. Still holding here. I'm thinking SUNW really might have that attempt to break above VWAP again. Not really sure, but that's just kind of a guess here. It also has huge flush potential all the way down to like 9%, roughly at 380. So, you know, don't want to get stuck in something like that either. Who did the offering? CLSK? I feel like that's kind of no surprise though. I mean, CLSK, this is a classic company that we've been talking about. You just got to watch out. Yeah, they dumped at $9 a share. This is exactly how I feel about WWR. They're probably going to dump at a share at one point. This actually holds its prices pretty well for the fact that it got an offering. Really well, actually. Yeah, that's a heavy dip. It's a little bit unfortunate here. Just remember, guys, CLSK came up from 97 cents. This is a huge run. 2,000% run. So I feel like you just, I don't know, on a stock like this, if it just feels a little bit overextended. So unless there's a massive sell-off and you're buying your huge support, I don't know if I can get myself to go long this one again. SUNW selling off a little bit, might break. Yep, there it goes. SUNW just cracked again. Ah, Shrikant, man, so sorry to hear. Ugh. Yesterday was a pretty bad day for me, but mostly with my swings being down. But yeah, it's just, that's how it goes. $1,600 down. Oh yeah, that's painful, man. That is painful. I feel you. That was mostly pre-market too, huh? That's where a lot of damage was done. I lost 200 with day trading, so it wasn't too bad, but I think my swing trades were all down like cumulatively like 400 or 500. So I had almost like a $700 red unrealized day, but day trading was only $200 down. So today, day trading more than makes up for that. Well, actually, I don't know. After those last 3 trades, I pretty much gave back quite a bit of profit. Huh? Yeah, so we're only at 470 today. We were up almost 800 today. So pre-market today was actually where I did better, and I used smaller size even. So it's kind of a weird situation. Yeah, it's low proportion. It's a good idea. All right, Jared, take care. All right, so let's kind of wrap it up here, and then we'll talk about swing trades for a bit. Yeah, overall, I mean, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 trades or so. It was kind of a choppy day. It wasn't the nicest day trading market open day. It was decent pre-market for me in terms of like being in the groove. Yesterday was actually really good trading, but it was bad trading for me because I just wasn't in the groove somehow. So it's a bit of like the market has to be there and you got to be there too. So it's not always like that easy. You know, yesterday I think Ross had like $100,000 profit day and I had a red day. So it's just like one of those things that, you know, the market's always a little bit different for everyone's strategy, right? I'm more of a dip trader. I like to buy pullbacks. And yesterday it was just at one point, things were getting really aggressive and I would never get my entries because I was too conservative. So if you're a little bit more aggressive, yesterday would have been the day, better approach. So I just had mainly AREC was my only loser today. And then, you know, across the board, just nothing really too interesting besides probably the SUNW trades pre-market. I traded SUNW much more after the market opened, but I pretty much lost money. So that kind of gives a show of how it was doing for me after the market opened. It just wasn't that great. So we're long EXPR, CHS, and KCAC, which we talked about a little bit. These are swing trades. And then let's go actually ahead and look at, let's finish looking up some of these. We got ADT I still wanted to talk about. So ADT looks like it's finally doing a little bit of a rounded bottom here, finally trying to curl off of this $8 zone. I really am looking forward to this breaking kind of 8.5 and then moving into this kind of $9 territory. That's really what I want to be seeing. Then I want to see the break of 9.5 and then sell into momentum there if possible. I don't know if that's going to be the thing, but that's really what I'm looking for here with ADT. So let's see what we can snag out of this one. Who knows? It might keep still selling off, but it looks like there has for now been a little bit of a base though. So that's really nice to see. And that last one, what was that? HCHC, Hennessy Capital Acquisition Corp with the Canoe EV company. We bought this one yesterday actually. And you know, there was actually kind of a nice spike here. I was thinking even about taking profit, but we didn't. Yeah. Could have even averaged, no, we were actually fully allocated with this account. So with this account, I'm going to be looking for this thing to come back to this 180-day moving average. I'm not sure if we're going to get something like that. Might move it down a little bit lower. We have huge resistance here, roughly at 11. So I'm not sure. I think that's going to be kind of the big place to fight through. Or, you know, if I want to, I could take profits there and maybe average down again and then look for another move for HCHC. I don't know. SPACs right now are a little bit under the radar, so I'd probably consider taking a little bit bigger or quicker profit if possible. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for HCHC. Those are the 6 swing trades that we're currently in. Yeah, it's tough to say. I think there's a good chance that this might run up, but 4%, you know, it's not a big profit. It's not really what I was looking for. I would really like to see it break to 11.5 or so. So those are kind of the two areas. So either we kind of sell here right below 11, or we kind of, you know, see how far this one can go. And if it starts getting weak, then we can decide to maybe close out this position. So those are kind of the two different ways I would want to go ahead and trade this one. I'm going to put an alert here on HCHC and think about, you know, is it breaking this area? Does it have some decent strength? And then maybe we'll see how long we can ride it. You know, in theory, it can be back at 13.5 like that. You just don't know based on like if some article comes out or whatnot. So we could easily hold this one a few weeks. It's a little bit hard to say how we want to kind of go about it. I'll probably consider taking some profits and then maybe buying back later. But then you just don't know, you know, are you going to miss that big move? Because, you know, you might wake up one day and then there's the catalyst you're waiting for. So it's with swing trading, it's always a little bit more of a kind of a patience game. That's why I always say, and I like to separate my account. So I like to have a different swing trading account. So I'm not looking at those tickers with my day trades. And then I like to do as much swing trading as possible in my Roth IRA, so I can, you know, I'm not taking money out of that account, and I can just be like, okay, well, you know, I don't mind holding this one a little bit longer. So it's, you know, it's a little bit of a psychological thing, switching up your accounts for your swing trading and your day trading. There's Esmil, you can't trade 24 hours. Actually, the crypto market, you could trade 24 hours, and Forex. Actually, what time does Forex? I'm not sure. Forex hours, I'm not totally sure. I forgot. But stocks close. So extended hours, you can trade with a cash account and margin account. How much money have we made so far? Well, actually, if we could pull up those stats right here. I'm not sure if you guys are interested, but you know, we do talk about this a lot. Robbie, don't forget to subscribe because we're going to be coming out with a whole entire September recap video soon. So far for October, so based on our trading today, we're going to be up around $1,300 for the month. And yesterday's trades are already included into here. So yeah, you know, overall the winners, we're not, you know, with yesterday's losses in 64% up. It's okay. Our average winning, our average losers down here 23. We've been doing a lot of scratches lately. Basically, that's where I buy in and sell for break even. Average win, average losses are a little bit not so great at the moment. Very close to 1-to-1. So I gotta, you know, improve that a little bit. At least our largest losing trade is only 3.59%. That's actually really good. So if you go here to, why are they? This actually looks a little kind of crazy. Ramoli says OPTT is popping back up. Oh yeah, nice little move there. A little bit of a dip here, trying to continue, could be interesting. So yeah, for September, these are our rough stats here. $4.5 thousand profit. We had 144 trades. Our average winning ratio was 72%. So that was really nice. And we had a 1.7 to 2.3 risk reward ratio. That was really solid. And you know, we didn't have that many, or like our max loss was under 10%. That's how I like to keep it. So that was really good. So overall, you know, 4.5 thousand last month. And, you know, this is, you know, these stats, the statistics are actually quite nice, but the net profit, you know, might not sound that big. And that's because we're only using small position size, around $3,000. So, you know, most of the time, my profit for the month is over 100% of my average position size. So, you know, once we start going to the $10,000 position sizes, $20,000 position sizes, that's when things are going to get a little bit more interesting, I would probably argue. But for now, I'm going to inch my way up. I don't want to, you know, grow too fast and, you know, start tripping over myself, because every time I start trading with bigger position size, you know, I have a $7,000 position size. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you know, close it out, boom. Like I'm just thinking about the size of the position and not the trade in front of me. So I like to grow kind of slowly. I'm much more comfortable now with even 5K position sizes than I was last month. So it's all just kind of like a healthy, slow progress. Honestly, OPT looks kind of interesting again here. Yep, Robbie, that's why you want to kind of grow slowly so you don't get overwhelmed yourself. But ultimately, it's all about your statistics, right? If you can, consistently do these averages, which we have been doing all year, then, you can start adding a bit bigger position size as long as you're feeling comfortable. This could be a good trade on OPTT right now. I just, last time we tried to break VWAP, we had a big flush. Last time we didn't hold our highs, and now we're trying again, and there was already a lot of selling there. So it's just like not a super interesting setup for me. Nice for Mollies. It's a little green day. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Do you do 1-1-1s? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I've done one-on-ones on a few with a few people. If you're interested, feel free to email me, alex@tradejournal.co. I really recommend, if you're going to email me though, and you're looking for a one-on-one, go through at least the whole entire Skillshare course. It's totally free. It shouldn't take more than like an hour and a half. If you watch, if you take your time, you do like 6 coffee breaks. But that's just like the fundamentals of what we're doing every single day. So at least watch that. Yeah, that's really one thing I would probably say. Yeah, AMC swing trade potential. Good call, Alex. I've been looking at that one actually for a little bit here. Let's go back to charts, close these small caps, open the gross swings, actually open the current account. And I have AMC here. I have a limit order on this one. I've been waiting for an entry on AMC for quite some time. Literally really close to where the current price is. I think the current price was like literally looking at our limit order here. Down here at, break of 4. I still think that we might see like 3.7 or something like that. So that's a little bit of, that's like a 6% drop from where we are right now. So I don't really want to buy AMC just yet. But I do want to buy it at some point. It looks like, we had that kind of sell-off here. We're consolidating, but we're not really breaking higher. I do think there's going to be another dip on AMC. So I'm not going to jump the gun on this ticker, although I really would like to buy it. Anything on the break of kind of 370 or 380 even, I'd probably consider buying this one. Most likely in the next dip, I would consider buying it. If I'm not online, I might actually miss buying the dip on this one, which would be a little bit unfortunate on all honesty. So I'm going to put a limit alert there. So yeah, we would need pretty much, that was a 5% dip. I don't know if I'm going to get a fill on AMC, but I'm going to hope for the best. 83 is my limit order for now. Yeah, Ramoli, probably every time the market opens, and it's kind of weird because either pre-market was too aggressive or there just wasn't tickers. Oftentimes later in the day during power hour or so, there's going to be some fat daddy movers. Still was thinking about an order on JETS, but I don't know if we're going to get a trade on JETS anytime soon. I have a limit order on this one around 15.5 or so, maybe a little bit less. I can't really see here. 15.26 actually. At 15.26, I have a limit order on JETS. Maybe we'll get some sort of pop on this one. I think airlines aren't going anywhere, and an airline ETF after this giant sell-off, especially as we're entering the second wave here, kind of gets me pretty excited. How to reach me over phone. Let's just start with email. My phone's always on silent because too many people know my phone number, and I might even change my phone number. So I don't really give out my phone number anymore. And it's actually kind of abusive to my friends because if my friend calls me, I never pick up the phone. And my phone's on permanently off. Like if you called me right now, I'm looking at my phone, I wouldn't even know. So I need to set it up so a few people can probably get through, but it's I put my number online too many times, and it's actually not like a bunch of friends calling me. It's like pure spam central, just a bunch of spam calls. That's the problem. Area code 911, calm down, says. One number for traders, something like that. Yeah, I need to readjust it. I still have my old phone from high school, so you know it's hectic. Michael B's the one who calls every day. There we go. The truth comes out. Yeah, 1AP Pro calls just give me like stress. You know, we could schedule a call, but after that. Be careful with whatever Davon says. I have no idea where that's gonna go. Shrikant, that's a tough question, man. Like sometimes just walking away, closing the laptop, taking a walk outside. There's not a lot you can do. I think the only it's like a loss in your life. The only thing that kind of helps is a little bit of time, and then kind of getting out of the hole a little bit. And rushing to get out of that hole so you don't have that feeling anymore is not a good approach. So, you know, come back tomorrow with maybe even lighter position size. Really, you know, if you even get a few base hits, maybe just stop trading for the day. Sometimes those big losses are pretty heavy. So I don't think there's like a magic formula for it. Do I know who this is? Adrian Barr? No, not necessarily. I mainly go long. Unwind after that text. Jason, that's a good one. Yeah, you just got to stay positive, man. I think looking at the bigger picture is really good too. Sometimes I just think like, okay, well, this is just a blimp on the map. Like I gotta, you know, where do I want to be 6 months from now, or like even a month from now, 2-3 months from now, and then I realized a red day is really just, you know, a day of where I can, you know, adjust my strategy. And what's the positive I can take out of a red day? Maybe I took way too much risk on something, and I was trading a setup I shouldn't even trade. Maybe I was trading a breakout on, you know, at the open or something like that, and like, you know, got skunked. And like, why would I do that? Because I suck at doing that. So it's like, I don't know, maybe if you can adjust your rules and get something valuable out of the loss, that will make the loss feel less of a loss. It'll just, you know, because you're growing as well. Adrian. I'm not even sure what to believe. Every loss is a lesson. There we go. Constantine says. After YouTube streaming, am I active in the Discord? Sometimes. Usually after YouTube streaming, I have to wrap up a few other things, work on the recap and stuff like that. Usually in the mornings, I'm on Discord, like US time. Really early US time, or like midnight US time, because I wake up pretty early here. So like 1 in the morning US time, or like Eastern Standard Time, I'll usually be on Discord. If I'm in Berlin, that is. SUNW, guys, is kind of popping around near some bigger support right now. Could be an interesting trade. It's a little bit late in the day, and there's a lot of sell volume on this ticker, but possibilities are here for sure. Take the like button. Yeah, right now I'm in Berlin. X wins and X lessons, yeah. Exactly, Constantine, that makes sense. That guy's a legend, Muhammad Ali. Scully popping up. Where you been all day, Scully? Let's see, RAVE, let's see what's going on here. We're gonna wrap up just in a few moments. Man, RAVE. I'm thinking maybe RAVE is going to find some support at one point. It's really kind of starting to consolidate. The sell volume is also kind of dipping down, but I probably wouldn't buy this until it was kind of closer to $1. Ugh. Any plans for New York? Not yet, but maybe soon. The pizza place doubled. Are we talking about RAVE? No, RAVE like literally went through a cliff. No. Man, I could go for a pizza right now. Oh, calm down. You just got me so hungry. You have no idea. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, I'm watching the SUNW drop right now. I feel like I could maybe pick it up, but I don't know. I've had some pretty good vegan pizzas. Let's have pizza now, forget the losses. All right. SUNW, is there a trade opportunity on this one? It's hard to say. I would probably consider doing one dip on this. Nothing like a ticker that just kind of sells off and finds a little bit of support. 73 looks like an interesting zone. That was a big last sell on it. No, it looks like we missed that entry. I was just about to go long at 75. And then went down to 73. Yeah, it would have been like a 2% pop. I mean, with a 5K position size, that's a quick $100, you know? Yeah, nice move there on OPTT for sure. Also a little bit of volume coming back on this one. Good to see it. Bit of a fake out here, but then it held its highs. It's a good sign. OPTT could be a good little setup. $257. Small cap for sure. Definitely has that energy. Not sure how low this one's going to go. I don't really see this one dipping too much. 22 is right near the low of the last 5-minute candle. SUNW just had just about like a perfect bounce. I can't believe we didn't get that one. I felt like that was a really obvious move somehow. Still a lot of sellers there on OPTT. It's got to crack back above the 9 EMA. It looks like it's seeing a lot of resistance there. Almost a 4% move on SUNW. Down to 323. Internet speed's okay. I'm getting 200 megabytes a second download. My upload's a little bit less. I think it's like 30 or 40. Costs like 45 euros or something like that. I might get the I might upgrade it one more time though. I think OPTT will reach 5. I don't know, it's tough to say. I have a limit order on SUNW near the low 8s. I'm not sure if we're going to get a quick fill on this one, but I think it has that potential. OPTT has a really rough long-term chart, which makes me not super stoked about it. Big resistance at 4. I think 4 is really the place you want to be looking at with the OPTT. Can we even break to 4 before I'd be looking towards bigger numbers like 5? I need to move back to the States. I always have a place in the States. States are good fun. I love the States. Just think, if you go on the max and the weekly outlook on OPT, this thing has, you know, was apparently at 4,000, never probably was there, just a bunch of dilution, reverse splits. And check this out, you know, now it's finally coming back a little bit higher. You know, this thing always tries to spike higher and then totally gets crushed. So I'd be a little bit worried about a ticker like this for sure. I'm not a big fan of the long term. And right here, this is the big gap down day, and right around $4 is really the return of that gap down. So I don't know, if we break 4 with some strength, then maybe it's going to run past 5, and maybe you can go to like $5.76 or so. But I don't know, I'm not crazy about that ticker right now. Misha, the Skillshare link is the first link under the video description. Click on that. I could do it with you guys right now. So if you go to that first link on the YouTube channel, it's /connect, right? tradejournal.co/connect. And here you get the foundation series. This is the Skillshare course. I should probably even write Skillshare somewhere here. I'm not really sure. These are the slides you need for the Skillshare course. Here's the community, the Discord group, Facebook, or the Trade Journal store Facebook group. Here's some more courses. This is also Skillshare. So the day trading small caps, that's this one. That's this first one. This is the foundation series on Skillshare. Definitely check it out. It's totally free for like 2 months. And like I said, you could do the whole course in like an hour. So totally free. Yeah, that's pretty much everything. No worries, Harley. We're all learning here. Nice reversal on SUNW. Man, talk about being too conservative. I was like, you know, I want this to crack the 70s, go a little bit lower into the 60s. It literally reverses from 73. Now it's up 6, almost 7%. Absolutely crazy. Ridiculous. If I had $1 million, what I would do with it? I don't think I would change anything that I'm already doing. I would just spread the money around. Fully allocate my Roth IRA, that's for sure. Yeah, just diversify the money a little bit, but I don't think I would change anything in my life. You guys are getting me all excited. What's the sun up to? Oh yeah, this one. Okay, yeah, that's what I was just talking about. So I was like, sun? Wait, what? I just confused myself. Yeah, right now in Berlin, I'm actually renting a place, so maybe I could look for a different place and then just get a mortgage on it. And then I'd, you know, I don't know. But for now, I wouldn't change anything. I would probably give myself like 6 to 12 months of not really doing anything with the money besides, you know, putting it in diversified assets, and then, you know, think, okay, what do I want to do with the money? But I don't think I would do anything for a while with the money. What's my dream car? I don't really have a dream car. A blue Lamborghini. Yeah, something like that, calm down. That's kind of what I was doing in the past, but then Corona came and I was kind of here most of the time. Toyota Camry, exactly. No, I don't rent a home in the US. I use a family address and then I kind of go where I need to go depending on what's going on. Oh, well, I think the trading day is pretty much wrapped up for me here. I don't really see anything specific that I'd be going on right now. So I think I'm just going to wrap it up here. Looks like we're going to wrap up with about $287 profit. Well, actually, that's not totally true. We also have this trade right here. So we're right, for day trading, we're right above $300 profit. Not really too bad. And then our swing trades are up a little bit today, which is really, really nice. I hope that maybe we're going to get a little bit more moves to the upside in some of these swing trades. All of them have pretty good risk reward, so I feel fairly comfortable in the tickers, but ultimately in the end of the day, you know, anything could happen. So hoping for the best on those tickers. I will see you guys then Yeah, I would increase my target from 1,000 to 5,000 a month exactly. Take care, everyone. Don't overtrade, especially in these kind of markets. Take it easy, relax, study past trades, get ready for tomorrow. See you guys next time. See you in the recap video. Ciao, ciao.